right, good morning, class. So now, we have Nabila, Karunisa, Jonathan. Good morning, Jonathan. Pretty, Darlene, Kamis. I think Justin is the one always missing. Ashley, Evelyn, Akma, Winifred. Okay. All right, all of you with me. All right, so today will be our day of final revision before your exam. Okay, I have received feedback. Your exam is being typed. It's not like teacher that screenshot the PowerPoint to you. Okay, because that day when I prepare the text to you, because I thought it's nicer to see, because I already put it in such a way that for you to kind of learn beforehand. That's why I use the PowerPoint and snapshot and send the question to you. But your exam is not going to be in PowerPoint form, okay? It will be in words, okay? It's in like, it's being typed. Okay, don't worry, So before I proceed further, okay, your exam will be on Monday. Okay, our first paper, English is the first paper, okay? Anything wrong, it will be the English paper first. Okay, so, teacher try my best to already teach my teacher how to do it. Okay, so for your class, right, don't worry if anything, right, your line not slow or whatsoever, don't panic. You just do what you can do first, because I cannot foresee like 8 o'clock will it rain or not. Because if it's rain, I know that the line will be super slow. Okay, so don't worry, because everything is still conducted by the school. That's why it's still under my control. Even though after that, I would say that by right, if and no problem, if you have no rain, nothing, then you should submit the paper before 10 o'clock, because 10 o'clock is your next paper. I think it's maths, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so if got nothing happen, then you should submit within that time. Unless you got something, you better inform me. All right, then of course, teacher can always, you are the special case. Of course, later on I have to write the report why I allowed you to submit later. Okay, maybe you have to proceed with your maths. Then later on, I allowed you to submit later. Okay, then I open for submission. Okay, otherwise it won't open. All right, so please, if you cannot see or whatsoever, the words too small or whatsoever, you let me know. Okay, I'll try to do my best to snapshot or whatever I can do to help you out. Okay, just inform me any of your problem, just PM me. Okay, PM me. Don't put at the shining star there. Okay, all right, you PM me, and then within the 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, I will alert with my handphone. All right, any message come in, because 2 classes going on. Form 4 also having the same exam, same time, so I have to take care of both. So if I will just say, okay, wait, that's why you wait for a while. Okay, if I'm assisting another students with the exam. Okay, all right. So anything, just let me know. But I believe that all of you have very familiar with the Google form already, because I have been keep on doing with you. You know that, like that day you realize that, I cannot see G. Teacher, where is G? You know, the A B C D F G. Yeah, that one has been really a constant problem to student, because when they see, they didn't know where to find. Actually, you just need to scroll through. All right, you just slash like that, you will be able to see. But of course, the best one, if you can use laptop will be the best, if you can. All right, if you really cannot, you have to use handphone, so be it. That's why there's no much typing required, because typing take time, especially if you're using handphone. That's why the subjective paper, we try not to do it online. Okay, hopefully the school will reopen, and then we can conduct it face to face then. Okay, so Nabila, Azim just enter. All right, so I hope you all just stay on for this one, the last one. Anything you can type at the chat box. Anything right now come to your mind when you do my paper that day, the 3 paper that I sent out, okay, that day, right? Any problem, please inform teacher right now already. Teacher, this one, so that I can tell my teacher to make the adjustment. Because if you don't give me the feedback, I do not know what happened to your phone or your device or whatever problem you're facing. Okay, PM me, and then I will try to amend it for everybody can do the exam at ease. Okay, all right, let's go on to our lesson today. All right, okay, let me take up this one first. All right, okay, teacher will straight away share screen. Yeah, all right. I know all of you have done this. Okay, later on, I hope that all of you have tried it. Okay, if you have not done, okay, that because teacher actually this is called flip classroom. Okay, normally your class I try to do flip classroom. Flip classroom means you learn on your own first before I actually teach you. Okay, so this is the one. Okay, actually gone through with me when I discussed with the Form 4. But the Form 4, I just touched the surface. They actually did not really learn much from the text. I just let them do only because this is not in their syllabus. I mean, not to say not in the syllabus. They haven't reached until this standard to choose this type of question yet. Okay, so but yours I will further explain. Okay, all right. So actually you have to bear with me, but then yours has more explanation compared to theirs because the Form 4 today, because they have another 10 more minutes, therefore I just okay lah, still got 10 more minutes, let you try. And then I can see that you see they are really Form 4 students compared to Form 5 students. Okay, because they have not learned a lot of things compared to you. Okay, so before we proceed, I think I just want you all to Amza, can you read for everybody? You have to mute your device. Amza, you have to mute the other device or else you will have double sound. Yeah. Okay, all right. Yeah, you can read.
All of them, madam.
Yeah, can. Yeah, all.
Long before One Direction rose to fame, boy bands such as New Kids and The Block and Westlife experienced amazing success. It was easy to form a boy band. The members to be young, good-looking, and able to dance. They talented musicians who could play instruments. All they were required to do was sing. All they a New York businessman named Lou Pearlman thought perhaps he make a lot of money by creating his own boy band. So he started a music company and found 5 young men who were hungry for fame. They became the Backstreet Boys and they sold 130 million records around the world. The band members have become rich, but they didn't. The group only got $300,000 from record sales and concerts, while Lou Pearlman made millions of dollars. Pearlman had used tricks and lies to the money. The band didn't want him to away with it, so they took him to court. The police investigated him further and discovered he had taken money from many people, including friends and family, and had never given it. In 2008, a court found him guilty of many financial crimes and he was for 25 years.
All right, class. Just bear in mind there are a few themes that you need to go through for your Form 5, right? So this one is about crime. Basically, if you are later on asked to write a story regarding crime, okay, so you can think about something that you have witnessed before about crime. Maybe you have witnessed someone stealing, okay, or you have witnessed okay, maybe it's your friend is the one asking you to what to skip your classes, or this one is called play truant. Play truant means like you skip class, you come to school, but your friend say, "Aya, today let's go to the market. Let's go to somewhere else." If you are in town, right, you can always go to Parkson or what instead of going to school. These are called playing truant. Okay, means ponteng sekolah. Okay, all this, of course, this is not a great crime. I think crime will consider like you are doing graffiti. Okay, you're using the spray, middle of the night you go and spray the wall, the public place wall. That is also a crime. That is really a crime. Of course, if arsonist, okay, I hope you remember all these words. Arsonist means you're playing with fire. All right, arsonist, where let's say you have no intention, or maybe you have to like started a small fire, but then later on it become a danger. Okay, that are called arsonists. Okay, so you have to know all this term and try to have one idea if they ask you to write an essay. So actually you have the idea of how to go about writing it. Okay, so just so far I have no question about writing for that yet. I just see that since crime is one of your theme, so they might ask question about crime in your story. Okay, so for this one, it's more about industry. Okay, I do not know whether you know about New Kids on the Block and Westlife. That is during my time. New Kids on the Block is pretty famous then when I was youth then. Okay, now I do not know. Okay, so this is what happened. Okay, let's look at uh okay, so all of you, I think you have done already. Just quickly, all of you, please type your answer for number 1. Okay. All right. Good morning, Grace. Good morning, Jessa. So glad to see you, Jessa. Jessa, make sure you take your exam. Okay. Any problem, please PM teacher Jessa. I cannot reach you. I PM you like so many thousand times. You don't even answer. Okay, Jessa, please. Anything? Let teacher know. Exam is coming up. All right. Kenny also. All right. All right, please, Kenny, Jessa, the one that always missing in action. Anything, please PM teacher if you do not know how to attempt to the question. Okay, or you something wrong with it, you don't understand. Let me know, because I think you all have not really do a lot of practice. Okay, so what is number 1? What's your answer? It was easy to form a boy band. The members to be young, good looking, and able to dance. So what is the answer? Is it had, must, should, or could? Okay, if you have read the grammar part, you should be able to identify the answers. Okay, for this one. Okay, most of you, right? Had. Okay, if you have done your work, the answer has been revealed to you. Okay, yes, had. Later on, I'll explain more. Why is it had? Okay, all right. Number 2. Okay, I'm going to go quite quickly because you have done this in the as a practice. It's called Flip Classroom. All right, so number 2, they, talented musicians who could play instruments. So this one is relative clause, class. Okay, when you see those who wish, who, this is relative clause, who could play instruments. All they were required to do was sing. So what's the answer for number 2? Okay. Okay, number 2. Yes, didn't need to. All right, this is quite tricky. All right, you must always read the sentence before and after. Because after they say all they were required to do was sing. All right. This one, if you have forgotten, this we learned in Form 4, which I'm teaching my Form 4 yesterday, the passive voice. All they were required to do was sing. Okay, this one is a passive voice. If you have forgotten about passive voice, kindly look back. Just my yesterday one, I think is very important. That's why I actually invited all of you to join. But so far, only Ashley. I didn't say hello and then off the radar already. Okay, all right. So can look back as yesterday's class with my Form 4 about passive voice. Passive voice 1 and passive voice 2. Okay. All right. So a New York businessman. Okay, go to the number 3. All right. A New York businessman named Louis Perlman thought perhaps he make a lot of money by creating his own boys band. Okay. What's your answer for number 3? Okay. Oh, Calvin, you don't put all, because I believe like people like Jessa, all those Kenny, I believe there are some of them, they did not go and attempt the questions. So it will be good that they look at it. Okay? All right. So, what is number 3? 3 is dah tiru. Okay, good. All right. So, let's go on to the core business now. Okay, after you have done this, right? Did I give the explanation? Wait, I escaped. I escaped for a while, because I meant to give the explanation. Oh no. Okay. Okay lah. Never mind. Then we will go through first lah. Okay. All right. So number 4. Okay. Number 4. The band members have become rich. The band members have become rich, but they didn't. So that's the but. So but, when you appear but, is a contrast idea. Okay, I like to analyze on text. As I teach you all, I like to analyze on text so that you all can write sentences like that. Okay, so there is the relative clause sentence. So there is the contrast sentence. Okay, yes, number 4, C. Okay, yeah, they should. You expect. Okay, if you are an actor and actress, actually, in a normal people's mindset, if you are actor, actress, you should be very rich. Okay, and then of course, if they are actor and actress, if they go somewhere, let's say you're dying means makan di luar, dying somewhere. Okay, it's not if they are dining at a not so famous restaurant or not so famous hotel, then you are questionable. All these famous people, they should dine at a grand place, those that are really 5-star hotel or those, due to their appearance. Then they're afraid that paparazzi might be following them. Okay, all those. So sometimes it's not good to be someone which everybody know. Okay, why I say that? Because once I joined how to say, it's not a concert. I joined my school. We have a combined how to say, a game time with another school. It's more like all the secondary school come together. When my place there, we have 4 secondary schools. So we were having this gathering. Then here come an artist. An actor. When she came, right, she have to wear hat. Then she have to don't let people know that she is an actor. She have to hide here, hide there. So as to me, it's like, oh, what's life? You cannot be yourself, because she is the ex-student. Because my place, Kajang, we have people already become actor. All right. Even who is that? My senior. Then we invited her back for our variety show. When she came with all the bodyguards and all those. Okay, because she's my ex-students. So our school ex-students. So we invited her back. She's very, very famous. What's her name already? Suddenly I forgot her name. Okay. One of the Malay singer. Okay, I forgot her name. Suddenly it slipped my mind. What is her name? Okay, so she have to hide, the one that come to join us. Then she have to wear hair, then cover her face. Then she very scared we all go and take photo with her. And then she very scared that we all make it publicize her that she joined this. I feel like so pitiful. You cannot even be yourself. Okay, you have to hide here and hide there when you join something. Okay, so this one should. But she not rich, I think. Okay, then number 5. This one is vocabulary. Okay, number 5. All right. Yeah, it's Ashley, madam. I know. No. No, I remember a day. My ex senior. I don't know whether to mention it here or not. Better not. Okay, don't want to mention her. My ex senior. Okay, she came for a variety show, and when she came, it's like there's so many bodyguards around, and then suddenly it's become her variety show instead of my school variety shows. Okay, all right. Okay, number 5. Okay, A. All right. How come you put A, pretty? Okay, number 5. Some of you put B. Okay. Number 5. Why some of you put A? Okay, let's look at it. Peerman had used trick and lies to steal the money, to pay the money, to what do you write? A, to rob the money. Okay. Normally you don't use all this, even though all this means that you are taking people's money, okay? You are taking people's money. Rob, you are robbing the bank. Normally, if we rob the bank. Okay, that's called robber. Okay, and if you are going to people's house and take anything from people's premise, that are called burglar. All right, burglary. That one is called a burglary. All right, it's not a robbery, but burglary. Okay, and the person is called burglar. All right, not burger, burglar. So they are different name. All right, so yeah, so pay, obviously not pay. Okay, lose, not to lose money, but still. Okay, normally lose money is people that play share. You know, now they are just thing called in BM is saham, shareholders. Okay, shareholders. Let's say I'm investing in a certain, I don't mention any name lah. This ABC company. Okay, if I invest on this ABC company, if they are making money, then I will make money as well. But if they are suddenly they got bankrupt, then you are losing your money. All the money that you are invested, or just go off like that. Okay, you lose your money. Okay, that's that you will use in that context. Okay, now number 6. Okay, the answer is D for number 5. All right. Okay, number 6. Salah soalan. Okay, number 6. Okay, number 6. Number 6, the band didn't want him to away with it, so they took him to court. Yes. Yes. Get away. This one these are called phrasal verb. All right. You can say put away is a phrasal verb. Give away is a phrasal verb. Get away is a phrasal verb. Do away. All right. Put away. Let's say now teacher enter your class. Before that, you have maybe let's say you have your art class with all your things on the table. So normally teacher say, okay, put away everything on your table. Just take your English book out. Put away. Give away, give away. Normally they will say, okay, there's a giveaway. If you buy okay, give away toys. Give away toys means you give it for free. Okay, give away. Then get away. This is the one, is the answer. Okay, I haven't clicked yet. Yeah, get away means you just nobody noticed. You didn't receive any punishment for the what you say the crime that you have done. Then you say you get away. Okay, that is called get away. Then after that, do away with it. Okay, do away with it means you just don't care. Do away with it. Okay? All right. This is a phrasal verb. Okay, let's go to the next one. 8, 7. 7. Okay, 7. What's the answer? All right. Back. All right. This is preposition. Up, down, through, back, over. Then all this. These are phrasal verb. Okay. And had never given it back. Okay. Okay. This is phrasal verb. Okay, last one. Now, this last one is the one that I think is very tricky. The last one, number 8. Okay, number 8. What do you think is the answer? Okay, Ashley, don't answer because my form 4 all got it wrong yesterday. All. I say all means all. Only Ashley got it right because Ashley have done it. Okay, number 8. What's the answer? Okay. Number 8. Okay, what's the answer for number 8? Okay, that's why I said my form 4 all got it wrong yesterday when I just do this with them pretty fast. I didn't explain as much as I explained to you because I just let them do for fun only for this part. Okay. All right, come on. Only 3% answered number 8. Okay, come on. What's your answer for number 8? All right. Okay, all can answer except Ashley. Because Ashley was the big sister yesterday in the class. Okay. All right. Then you can really see that your level, you have really moved forward in your English Okay, as you learn, right? You know that you are learning ahead. I'm not ahead. If you compare to your Form 4 and Form 5, you know that you have gained more. All right. So I'm glad to know that as well. That means all the classes that I have with you, you're actually absorbing and learning. Okay. All right, Jonathan. D. Akma said A. Okay, some more. Grace said A and D. Grace is the at the fence. I think it's A. I think it's D. Okay, how more? Some more. Okay. Darlene say A, Nina say A. We all go and check your answer. Okay, Clarissa. Hello, Clarissa. Good morning. Okay, yeah. Kelvin say A. All right. Some more. All right. Okay. So, Carolisa say A. Okay. I think you all have pondered upon it long enough after I say this is a very tricky answer. Okay, actually the answer is A, but majority of my student answered yesterday arrested. Actually, if you look at the first glance, if you don't look in detail, say in 2008, because this is talking about crime. In 2008, a court found him guilty. Guilty means memang bersalah, they guilty of many financial crimes, and he was arrested. Okay, the first thing will come to you is was arrested. Dia ditangkap. Alright, they arrested. Okay, but then as you look at the back, for 25 years, you cannot be arrested for 25 years, you know. Okay, the key point is at the back here, for 25 years. That's why he got locked up. Actually, normally they don't use the word lock. I mean, this sentence a bit to me lah. It's like a court found him prison. And he was normally people will say prison. Imprisoned. Sentenced to imprisonment for 25 years. Normally the sentence will look like that. Okay, but this one is a bit tricky. So he was locked for 25 years. Okay. All right. So this is, I think, I do not know, maybe they want to trick, kind of like to discriminate the A student from the B student. Okay, because it is not totally they do not know, you know. These are the good students. They actually understand the meaning of arrested. Okay, and looking at the sentence, guilty, crime. Obviously, the next step is arrested. Okay, but then if you read at the end, then it not arrested. It means locked for 25 years. So class, my advice to you is later on when you do your test, make sure you put the word into it and read it again. Okay, read it again and make sure it fits. Okay, and rationalize and logic, make it you have to think it through. Okay, don't just assume that arrest, I know the word. Okay, because not of course the in fact, I think those that don't understand the word arrested might be able to answer this question. Okay, but those that understand arrested is the one with problem. They because they will have this they will know that the next thing they will got arrested already. Is the one that student that don't understand the word arrested will be able to answer this question correctly. Okay, all right, so let me explain more. Okay, let me explain more. Okay, I didn't delete this one. Okay, never mind. All right, this one is only number 3. I didn't delete the number 1. Okay, I'm now going through your grammar. I hope I'm in the line. I didn't look at my. Okay. All right, now we are going through your grammar. All right, so your grammar for this unit 6 crime, they only focus on models. The 2 grammar they gave you, they focus on grammar. Actually, models. I always say model verbs. Model verbs can, could, shall, should, will, would, may, might. They play a major role. They play a major role in grammar. All right, and tenses. So if you look back, because yesterday I'm teaching my students on passive voice and active voice. Then you have modal passive. So if I would really want you all to go and look at it. It's your Form 4 because you don't have your Form 4 textbook with you. All right, that's why I cannot tell you the pages, and I cannot ask you to read it again because you don't have your textbook with you. Okay, so it's good that you refer back to my front teaching. Don't need to be at the back. At the back, I'm teaching them this one. All right, the front one where I'm teaching them the passive voice and the active voice, and I touch on modal verb passive voice, so you can have a look how it is being constructed, the sentence. Okay, now for your Form 5, this is their focus. All right, for these models, okay, the first one being taught to you is ability, all right, permission, request, offers, and suggestions. Okay, so the number 3. Okay, look at number 3. Okay, what do you think it is applying? We say a New York businessman named Lou Berman thought perhaps he could make a lot of money by creating his own voice band. So which one do you think? I want you all to type at the chat box. Is it ability? Is it permission? Request, offer, or suggestion for number 3? Okay. You repent. Why you go and look back at the
Okay.
at your Google form, is it? Okay, come on. Number 3. Can you analyze and then you tell me, is it ability? You see, it says a New York businessman named Lou Berman thought perhaps he make a lot of money by creating his own boys band. So this sentence actually is what type of sentence? Is it ability, permission, request, offers, or suggestion? Okay, can you type at the chat box? Okay, I'll refresh because it looks like it's not moving. Or either you are not answering. Okay, let me look at it. Yeah, any answers? No answer also. You do not know what is this? Okay, is it this one? I'm asking whether is it talking about ability? Okay, permission, a request, offer, or suggestion? This sentence. Okay, you know that the answer is this one, right? A New York businessman named, I click again, the answer will appear. Okay, could. So when you use the word could, so what does it imply? Is it asking for permission? Is it asking for a request or ability, offers, or suggestion? Yes? No idea. Do not know. Hi? Okay, let me reveal to you then. Okay, we will go through it. This is your, I'm not going to skip it because I think it's very crucial. They will have question asking you about modal verb. Okay, for sure. And then in our normal speaking time, we kind of mixed up with it. Sometimes we mix up with the ability. So that's why just now you see, you take so long to think, is this ability or is it a request or is it about the different, what is it? Permission. You see, you are not clear. Okay, but I tell you, in your Form 5 right now, you need to know, okay, which category. Then you'll be able to pinpoint for sure this is the answer. Okay? All right. Let's have Ainin. Ainin is with me, right? Okay. Ainin, can you help to read? Can?
Ability ka, madam.
Yes.
Ability. We use can to talk about ability in the present and could to talk about ability in the past. We use be able to talk about ability in the present, past, or future. She is able to drive a car. I couldn't or wasn't able to ride when I was 3. We can use could or were able to talk about general ability in the past. To talk about a single complete action in the past, we must use were able to. He was able to read when he was 4. They were able to catch the kidnapper.
Okay, so I would foresee, this is what I want to tell you. I would like to foresee because there is, if like you don't read the whole thing, right, the chances is you will quickly jump and pick can. So make sure you read. Sometimes they left the word to in the sentence. So that's why instead of there will maybe the option A, B, C, D. One of it is can, one of it is able, one of it is should, and one of it is maybe would or something like that. Because the tendency is student will straight away can drive, but you forgot that there's the word to there. All right, you cannot say can to drive. That's why if there is a to there, then you have to make sure that you are picking the word able. All right, so be careful. That's why I say when you read, make sure you read the whole sentence. Okay, you can say she can drive a car. She is able to drive a car. So if if you can vary your sentences even better. That means one sentence you can say she can. Then the next sentence, which you wanted to use can, you can vary it and then you just is able to. All right, so it actually means the same. All right, these are called ability. Normally you just think of simple thing. I can sing, I can talk. Then you will remember this is ability. Okay, if you're talking about the past, make sure you are using the past could. All right, it's able, that it's just like that. All right, just remember can is ability. If you're using the past, use the word could. All right, don't use the word can. A lot of students cannot differentiate can and could. They didn't know can is present, could is past. But then could also play another role. After I'll show you. All right, now we go to permission. Okay, Amza, can you read?
Permission. We use can, could, or may to ask for permission and can or may to give or refuse permission. Could I go to the park, Dad? You can visit the prisoner. You may not go into the prison. We use can or be allowed to talk about permission in the present or future. You can't, won't be allowed to come back into this shop ever again.
All right. So this one is very simple. That's why I normally will teach the student if they want to go toilet. They normally say, teacher, I want to go toilet. They just say like that. Teacher, I want to go toilet. Actually, it's the wrong way of asking. You should ask, could I go to the toilet? All right. Or may I go to the toilet? Or teacher, may I go to the toilet? Teacher, could I go to the toilet? That is the correct one because you're asking for permission. But most of the students, they say, teacher, I want to go to the toilet. They just ask like that. There's no could, there's no may. Then they do not know how to use the correct models verb. Okay, so make sure can and could and may normally apply to permission. All right, and of course just now you also use can, right, for ability. So that's why that is the mix. So you make sure you can identify that one. All right, you can visit the prisoner. All right, this one talk about prisoner is because of crime. Normally you don't visit prisoner. Okay, actually it's quite scary. Okay, all right, never mind. We use can or be allowed to. So this is another word. Just now the one can is able to. Now this one be allowed to. Again, when you talk about permission, all right, allowed. Okay, benarkan. All right, allowed. Be allowed to. You won't be allowed to come back into the shop ever again. Like now, we are not allowed to go to school. All right, unless you are called to. You have the permission from the school to ask you to go to school, or else you're not allowed to enter the school. All right, okay. Like now, if you don't wear mask, you are not allowed to enter any shop. Okay, all right. That's the word allowed. Okay, how about this one? It's still under permission. Okay, Ainin, can you read? Yes, Ainin. Did you on your mic? Hi. Where's Ainin? Ainin, are you there? Okay, never mind. Amza, can you read? I do not know what happened to Ainin.
Permission. To talk about the past, we use could or was, were allowed to. For general, permission and was were allowed to for permission on a particular occasion. She could was allowed to stay out late whenever she wanted. She was allowed to stay out late last night.
Okay, so this one is the time expression. This one definitely no problem because it's last night. Last night, straight away, you will use past tense. All right, for this one, she could. You just said she could stay out late whenever she wanted. All right, she could stay out late whenever she wanted. So this is to talk about the past. We use could for general permission. General permission. All right. Normally, this one is like general permission. Like if you're already above 18, your parents they trusted you. Okay, so I don't think if you are back late, your parents will like question you because they believe that you are already grown up, you are mature enough to do what's appropriate. All right, you won't go to the pub or the disco or to go whatever, do anything which you're not supposed to do because you're mature enough to think. So yeah, so you can stay up late whenever you want to. Just like I think as you grow up, your parents allow you to stay up late. Because they trusted that maybe you are doing your revision or maybe you're doing your work. So they won't think that you stay up late means you're playing game. No. But little children, you have to make sure that they sleep at their right time. Okay, they have their curfew to keep. All right. Okay, let's go on. Request. Is Aileen able to on the mic, Aileen?
Yes, madam.
Okay. All right. Please read.
Request, offers, and suggestions. We can use can, could, will, or would to ask someone to do something for us. Can, will you pay this parking fee for me? Could, would you tell the detective I'm ready to answer his question now? We can use can, could, shall, I, or would you like me to offer to do something for someone. Can, could, shall I call the police? Would you like me to call the police? We use can, could to make suggestions. You can speak to George's probation officer. You could ask for his advice.
Okay, now you can see that with all the reading, can actually is being used in the various models. One is ability, you also use can. Permission, you also use can. Now we under request, offers, and suggestion. Also, we are using the word can. Therefore, can actually is quite a verb, a model verbs that you use at different places. Okay, but the rest are quite specific, like may definitely for permission. Okay, like will normally will apply for future. All right, normally we apply I will go to school, I will go jogging. We will use for that one. Okay, but you can see can is basically is everywhere. Now you see can appeared again. So can you pay this parking fine for me? You're asking, you're requesting. Boleh kah? Right? You're requesting, can you pay? Then another one, could you tell the detective I'm ready to answer his question now? All right. But will and would also correct. All right. Will and would also correct. So we can use can, could, shall, I, or would. You like me to. Remember, shall only apply for I and we. Shall. Shall I or shall we? All right. Okay. To offer to do something for someone. Like, shall I only for I. Okay. Shall I? All right. You cannot say shall he, shall she. Cannot. Okay. Could I call the police? Can I call the police? Would you like me to call the police? Okay. This one you only have would. You cannot say could already. It's only apply for would. There's no slash could or can. No. All right. That's why sometimes teacher cannot have a direct. It just comes as you read. All right, it just comes as you read, you know. You cannot say, oh, teacher say request, offer, suggestion. Can and would also can use. No, a certain sentence, right? Like that. Would you like me to call the police? You cannot say, could you like me to call? It just sounded weird. No, cannot. Okay, I have no explanation for you. It's just that it doesn't fit in. Okay. All right. So you can speak to Joe probation official. I hope you understand what is probation. Probation, I think I have explained in a previous lesson. Probation, it means a few. We say probation period, but if you are a crime, you have done a crime, probation official means like you actually those that have crime like if they are drugs, but they are not the trafficker. And when they detect drugs, right? Maybe a very not a very in a large amount. All right, but they take drugs. Therefore, they need to report themselves to the police officer every day. Every day. All right. I think they also take their passport and everything until they can for sure, you are drug free. All right, you don't take drugs anymore. Yes, they are under probation. That's called probation also. But if I say I'm under probation, it's not that I need to report to the police station or the officer, you know. It's like when if I say I'm under probation, it means especially your prefects. Prefects also, you have your probation period, right? To see whether you are fit or not to be prefects, to be the permanent prefect. That one also called probation period. Okay, that one is even more applied to you. You can identify that. Okay, that is called probation also, class. So don't get mixed up with these two probation, and make sure you read the context properly. Okay. All right, this is one. Read these sentences, paying attention to the modal verb. Teacher highlighted to you. One is can, one is could. Okay, what do they express? Which sentence is more formal? All right, so I would like to ask you, is it A or B? You just type, I want the more formal. Which one do you think more formal? Okay, it's very important for you to know which one is more formal, because your communicative achievement will depend on this one. All right, so which one do you think more formal? Is it A, can you take me to school, mom? Or B, could you lend me some money, please? Which one shows more formal? Okay, can you type at the chat box now? Okay, this is your communicative achievement. All right, so I need you to know. All right, Ashley say B. Okay, Pretty say B. Adil say B. Okay, good. Yeah. All right, the sentence express request. Okay, it's like, let's say I want to borrow money from you. If I just say, hey, give me 10 ringgit. All right, you are now not request, you are demanding. Even though the message, same message. But one is you demand, give me 10 ringgit. All right, but you say, could you lend me some money? So you're actually requesting. You're giving the person whether they want to lend you or refuse. That is called request. If you demand, means they have no choice. You give me, like it or not, you give me, the kind of thing. All right. So in your email class, if you are writing to your friends, right, you please don't use the word could. You have to use can. Can you come to my house? But then if you are inviting your friends for your party, normally you say, would you like to come to my party? That one, okay. All right, it just shows that you are really sincerely hope that she come. All right, that one can. All right, but normally you will use the word can. If I speak to you right now, right, I also will use the word can because it's informal. Could is for formality. If you are asking for a job, all those, then you better use could. And if you are borrowing money, let's say you're borrowing money not from a friend, you're borrowing money from your auntie or your uncle, then you have to be show formality. Could you lend me some money, please, like that. If it's your friend, your peers, then you can just use can. Can you borrow me? Lend me some money. I forgot to bring my wallet. Let's say you went for a drink and you forgot to take your money. Okay. All right. So you have to know the situation and apply the correct one, because in your CFR, if you use the formal language in the email, then you get your CA go down. Then after that, if in the article writing everything, you have to use formal. If not, your CA also will get affected. Okay, so please take note. Okay, why do I come back here? All right, yeah, sorry. I know why I come back here. All right, this one, now we are moving to the second part. Just now we touched on the first part, right? First part. Now you see the modal verb change. Change role. Tugas sudah berubah. Now it's talking about obligation. All right, where's my, okay, you talk about obligation. I do not know whether you understand or not. What is obligation? Then you have necessity, prohibition, possibility, deduction, advice, and criticism. That's why I say this modal verb actually play a lot of role. If you don't use it correctly, right, the interpretation will be wrong. Okay, people interpret it wrongly. It gave another meaning to what you are saying. Okay, that's why what you speak, how you use your word is very important. Okay, when you are having conversation with your friends, your parents. Okay, all right. Let's see the number 1 and number 2. You see the first one. All right, you try and guess which one. The members. All right. Why I comment that one? The members had to be young, good looking, and able to dance. So this one apply which one? Is it obligation, necessity, prohibition, possibility, deduction, advice, or criticism? Which one will you think? It can be imply more than one. It doesn't matter. All right, as long as you know what this means. It's like it was easy to form a boy band, and then it's a colon. The members had to be young, good looking, and able to dance. So what do you think? Is the implying which one? All right, can you type? Okay, I'll just say necessity. How about the rest of you? Okay, all right, come on. Had to be. The word is had to be. Okay, I will show you afterwards. What does it mean? You can just guess first, because I want you need to start thinking. You cannot just absorb. So you won't absorb much. Okay, you better type your answer, because whatever your answer you have written here, you are accountable for that. This means you're not atas pagar, I already put my answer there. You have made up your mind. So that's why it's important that you type your answers and be active. Okay, pretty say obligation. You see, I told you there are a lot of how you look at it. Okay, I didn't say anyone wrong. Like you see, can just now, can apply to so many. Can be asking for permission. Then after that, can also is an ability. It's also a request. All right. Can you pay what are the fine for me? See, so it's a request. So I cannot say like, had, sure must be this one. Not necessary. Okay, it apply in a few. All right, come on. Actually say necessity. Okay, come on. The rest of you, only 3% answered. Come on. You have to type and think. Okay, it's okay if you don't understand. You just what you understand now. Because I think some of those words you do not know what's the meaning. Teacher will explain after this. Okay, that's our class. That's why my form 4 I don't explain all this. They won't know. Okay, because it's another level for them. Okay, yes. Evelyn said necessity. Okay. How about the rest? Only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5% answered. Hey, come on. Jessa, where are you? Jessa, please. Kenny, please answer. All right. You need to join the class. Next week is our exam already. You have lots to pick up. Okay. If can, go to the Google form, all the Google form that teacher have assigned, please complete it. After you have completed, you tell teacher, I've done all, and I will go and check. Okay, if you have any problem, maybe I can message you this weekend. All right, or you can PM teacher if you have any problem that you don't understand certain things. Okay, Darlene also say necessity. Akma also say necessity. Yes, sir. Maksud criticism. Okay, criticism. How to say? Criticize. How to say? Criticize certain people. Okay. Alright. Criticism. Let's say katakan you are very hardworking. Actually, it's a very positive thing. Let's say right now, every time teacher give a Google Classroom, you will be the first to answer. You're very excited and you always answer. I give 10, you answer. And then there's this one, the lazy one. Instead of praising, she criticized. You know, there always got this type of people around, that demotivate people. Instead of say, Allah, show off, like that, It's like, people are doing something good and you should have praised her for what she has done. Then instead, there are people like that, they will say, she's just showing off. She wants to show off to people that she's clever, that's why sometimes if you are mature enough, you won't react to those, you won't want to respond to those criticism because the person is just mere jealous. He's a lazy bum who don't do work. Okay, he wants people to follow his style. So you have to be wise. That's why, especially for people like sometimes what you're doing right around now, the negative speak, the voice of the negative is very loud, especially if you see like Facebook. That's why teachers seldom read Facebook. All right, because whatever you're reading, it does affect you. And whatever they say, even though like just now that right, you are doing the right thing, Teacher asked me to do Google form. I'm doing Google form, and I score high marks. What is my mistake? I understand what teacher are teaching, therefore I can answer well. All right, I'm not trying to prove that I'm clever. It's just that I'm able to do it, and I'm happy. But then there's all this naughty voice, the naysayer, the negative voice coming up, and then that's why I normally I don't really want to read, and I don't like reading all this because they are those that not trying to motivate the good vibes. Instead, they are bringing up the negative vibes. Okay, so you must be very, very wise in reading people's comment. Those can be a criticism. All right, like now, teacher right is teaching. Anybody can access to my what. So I may be teaching 10. Maybe on one of it I said something wrong. Then the criticism will. Okay, all right. So how do I react to that? So normally, because we have of course, that's where all the counselor comes in. They will say that just take it as don't take it seriously. Just learn from it lah. I mean, I am not perfect. Just learn lah. Okay, I'm not perfect. I might say something wrong. Right now, if I'm teaching you as well, maybe I might have been saying something wrong, teach you something wrong. Okay, because I'm not perfect as well. But whatever I know, I pass on to all my students. So like that lah. Okay. So that's why that is called criticism. So please, class, criticism can destroy a person. So make sure you don't take too seriously to criticism. Learn to use your words, your mouth to praise. I always believe that because I believe this thing is life and death is in the power of your tongue. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. If let's say right now you are doing English, and you tell yourself, English is so hard. English is so difficult. I always get a D. If you always pronounce that, it's not going to help you. But if you say to yourself, I can do it. Okay, English is not that hard. As long as I understand it, I can do it. At least if you utter that, the chances is you are going to win in life. All right, you are going to success. English is indeed going to be easy. Like that. Okay, all right, understand? Okay, yeah, correct, criticism. All right, so that's why I tell you when you use those modal verbs, if you don't use it correctly, it sounded as if you are criticizing someone. Especially right now, we are not talking face to face, and then you are typing. Actually, it doesn't mean that, but that is when the person read it, it sounded as if like you are criticizing him or her. All right. Okay. So have you decided? Okay. Vivian also said necessity. Okay. All right. This is a critique. All right. Okay. So later on, you'll judge on yourself lah. Okay. What is it? So far, necessity accepted. Okay. If you want to say someone answered obligation, is it? Just now. Pretty. Okay. I will let you know what is obligation. I think you do not know what is the answer of obligation. Okay. Let's move on. So these two is applying this one. All right. One is had. The other one is a New York businessman named Lowell Perman thought perhaps he didn't need to make a lot of money by creating his own body pen. So this one is under one of this as well. Number 2. Okay. Didn't need to. So is it obligation, necessity, prohibition, possibility, deduction, or advice or criticism? Okay, let's move on. I don't ask you more of this. I think it's mind-boggling to you. Okay, let's go on. Thereafter, I'll tell you. Okay, now obligation and necessity. Aileen, can you read? Yes, Aileen?
Obligation and necessity. We use must, have to, or need to express obligation. We can use must for the present or future, and we can use have to and need to for the present, past, or future. We must find the murderer. I have never had to go to the prison. You will need to lock up your valuables. We use don't need to, or needn't to talk about something that is not necessary. You don't have need to call the sheriff. You needn't call the sheriff.
Okay. So obligation and necessity. If you look at it, it's work together, right? Obligations means no choice. All right. Obligation is you must. Like right now, if you come to school, you must wear a uniform. If you are having your PE, physical education, all right, we call it PE. You all will call it PJ. All right. Then it's an obligation. Okay. It's not a choice. You cannot choose. Okay, you have to come to school with school shoes. Of course, the school allow you to wear, here the CEFR call it trainers, but we call it sport shoes. Okay, I just like to let you know, trainers, later on in your CEFR, the text, they don't use sport shoe at all. They don't use sport shoes. They use the word trainers. And then we use trainers as coach. All right, we say, she's my trainer. Actually, the real word they use will be coach, COACH. That's why you got mixed up later on. Trainers, for them, it means the sport shoes. All right, and we trainers, for them, it means coach. All right, coach, coach you. All right, so oblige. Okay, this is the one. Oblige. Okay, so obligation. So we can use must for the present or future, and we can use have to and need to for the present. So sing down again. We look at it. We use must, have to, or need to express obligation. Obligation means no choice. You need to abide to it, whether you like it or not. Like now we have to stay at home base. You have to online learning. You go school, so no teacher teaching you. Okay. We can use must for the present and future. Okay, and another option will be have to and need to. Okay, take care of all the to here. I just want to let you know, if the to appeared at your sentence, please don't straight away pinpoint must. Madam Heidi said obligation, necessity, use must. Then you straight away say must. Then it will sound must to. Okay, which is wrong. Okay, so make sure you read the whole sentence properly. Okay, so the example give you must find, never had to, okay, never will need to. Where is my cursor? Okay, I just want to highlight this one because I realized the mistake in our previous part 2. Most of the students didn't read this 2. Same goes for my form 4. They didn't need the word to, and then they straight away zoom down to the answers. Okay, the other one also cool too. All right, you needn't call the sheriff. Is this in negative? All right, there's no to. All right, okay. All right, still on obligation and necessity. Okay, Akmal, no, Akmal pula. Amza, can you read?
Obligation and necessity.
Mm.
We use didn't have to or didn't need to for something unnecessary in the past. We don't know if it was done or not. I didn't have need to pay a fine. We use needn't have for something that was done in the past, although it was unnecessary. I needn't have given back the money I borrowed.
Okay, okay. Now the thing got a little bit complicated, All right, all right. This one, I just want to highlight again, after did, do, did, does, you need to use the base word. Okay, that's why the base word for have, has, had is have. This is the base word. Okay, class, remember, this is the base word. Okay, I'm afraid that you say didn't, then you will use the past tense had, H-A-D, because didn't means past tense, and then you use H-A-D. That's what I find my student most of the time will make mistake on this. So make sure didn't, after didn't, base word, the base words for have, has, had, have. This have is not under perfect tense already. This is under ada. I have money, saya ada duit. Alright, I have a car, saya ada kereta. Alright, so this one, it's not the perfect tense like I have eaten my lunch. That one is under perfect tense. When you have this one here, this is under ada. The meaning is have. Okay, not the perfect tense. Don't apply the perfect tense now. Okay, but here, you see here. This one, needn't. Okay, I didn't have to pay. I didn't need to pay. Okay, now you look at this one now. I needn't have. Now this one. Have given. Now this is applying your perfect tense now. Okay, this have, okay, is applying your perfect tense now. Have given. You cannot say have gave. You cannot say have give. It has to be given. Eat at, eaten. Okay, you need to apply your past perfect tense now. Okay, all right. Hope you are not confused because there are two have here. I need to highlight to you. Okay. Look back at my last yesterday class with my students from 4. Then I hope that you will grasp a little bit of the past participle because it all focus on past participle. Okay, that's why actually I wanted you all to join my class yesterday, but you must join from beginning. You cannot join the ending. The ending finished already my class with them. Okay, all right. So never mind. Later on I will highlight it again. Okay, we move on first because I will have put in the box afterwards. Okay, let's have Ainin. Ainin, can you read?
Prohibition. We use mustn't to say that something is not allowed. We must be late for meetings with your probation officer. Possibility. We use may, might, or could to express possibility in the present or the future. We do not use could in negative sentence. This footprint may, might, could be important. The lights aren't on. They may, might not be home.
Okay, I don't know why I put it all together. Okay, this one I don't highlight a lot. This one I think you all can really identify this one. This one mustn't be, may, might, could be. All right, this one is the one that I told you. This actually is a passive. You mustn't be late for meeting with your probation officer. Okay, you mustn't be late. Okay, the footprint, may, might, could be important. All right, the lights aren't on. They may, might not be home. Okay. All right. Continue first. After this, okay, I think I highlight this one already. Yes, I highlight this one. This is the one that I wanted to tell you from just now. Okay, Adil, can you read this one?
We use may, might, could, have past participle to talk about possibility in the past. We do not use could have in negative sentences. The lights were all off. They may, might, could have been a power cut. It was quite dark. He may, might not have seen the robbers clearly.
All right. So class, there's a difference between this one. You see, make sure after you have, okay, and there's another verb in front, like have given. Make sure you use the past participle, like this one. Could have been. All right. It's actually the base word be now become been. Okay. He might have seen. Okay. Can you type at the chat box? What is the base word for sin? Okay. What is the base word for sin? Base word. Okay. Type at the chat box. What is the base word for sin? Come on. What? Azim, Kelvin, Darlene, Karunisa, Akma, Clarissa, Evelyn, Winifred, Pretty. All right. Can you type at the chat box now? What is the base word for sin? Okay. Before I don't want to talk there at the end. You're blur. Apa ni past participle? You got confused already. Do not know what is past participle. Or not? Okay, let me check the live chat. Hey, still got no answer. Amza, anybody answered? Amza, did you answer? Did you type at the chat box? How come my chat box are not moving? There's no answer,
No.
Are you answering? No answer. All of you do not know what's the base word for sin. Cannot be. What's the base word for sin? Kelvin, Azim. I thought my line is very slow. That's why yours not coming in. Oh God. Ayah. Terkejut. I thought, oh, you do not know. Yes. So, C, F-E-E-C is the base word. Okay, now type the password. Password pula. Past tense password. Past tense for C. Alright, can I have the past tense for C? Can you type at the chat box now? Okay, I better make this clear because this one also will be tested in part 2. Your reading part 2. You have to know that have has had always partner with participle. That's it. That's the only choice. Have has had. Have to partner with participle. Okay, yes, so. So, yes, Kalmudi is here. Hello, Kalmudi. So, the only one is missing now is Andreas and Raylan. Okay, Jessa, Kenny also appeared already. Alright, except this. I can, Andreas and what? Okay, so, sin, okay, past participle, I hope I repeat again, like drink, drank, drunk. Drunk will be the past participle. Then eat, at, eaten, give, gave, given, take, took, taken, wear, wore, pakai, wear, wore, worn, W-O-R-N. New, know, new, known. Fly, flew, flown. All this, the past participle takes place. Okay, make sure you all get to know the participle. If you cannot remember, please look at your textbook right at the end. Okay, if not, later Because actually teacher can give you one, it's not at the back of the book. Okay, wait. Because Form 4, Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, full blast, all those, they have right at the end. Got. Okay, so please, later you look at your irregular verb here, irregular verb in your textbook. Okay, those are the one that you can see past participle at right at the end. Okay, so you just go through most of the words you know already. Okay, it's just that sometimes it slipped your mind and maybe you cannot remember. All right, okay, never mind. So now we go to deduction. Deduction means deduce. If you are doing your mathematics, I think one part of it is called deduce. All right, I do not know whether have you reached that topic or not. All right, never mind. Okay, let me explain afterward what is deduction. Okay, Amsa, can you read?
Deduction. We use must or can't to show that we are almost certain about something is or is not true. He's got blood on his hands. He must be the murderer. She can't be the robber. She was with me at the time of the robbery.
Okay, before I explain more, I will give you the next one first. Aileen, can you reach this part? It's still under deduction.
We use must, can, couldn't, plus have, plus past participle to talk about the past. We had to pay a fee. He must have broken the law. You could have seen Jacob in the city center. He is in prison serving a life sentence.
Okay, so deduction is anggapan. Okay, deduction. Okay, you use deduction is anggapan. It's like you see hand blood red color. He must be the murderer. Okay, it's just deduction. Okay, don't simply arrest people for that. It's just a deduction. And then he said he can't be the robber. She was with me at the time of the robbery. So it's still a deduction. Okay, there's no certain. Okay, it's not. It said almost certain, but it's not 100% certain. That is under deduction. Okay, all right. Deduction because you are doing with crime. Your team is crime. Okay, that's why they have this deduction. And then he had to pay. He had to pay a fine. He must have broken the law. He must have broken the law. You see people paying money. Oh, he must have broken the law. All right, like that. Someone, there's a police block. All right, police block on the road to school. All right, then I was being called to the side. And straight away, my teacher who passed by, because we got a meeting that day, the teacher who passed by there asked me, what happened? You did something wrong, is it? You broke the law, is it? That's why they call you to the side, the kind of thing. Because once you're being caught, sure they think that you must have done something wrong. That's why you're being called to the side, the kind of thing. So it's only a deduction. Okay, then I tell her, no that one is my student. So she long time never see me. So I want to stop and talk to her. Then when people pass by, they thought that, sure, because you done something wrong. That's why you go to the side. So they didn't know anything. Then they just make assumption. Okay, that's called make assumption. But this is deduction. The teacher deduced that I broke the law. That's why they call me to the side. Okay, like that. So you can't have seen Jacob in the city. This one, they are using this one. All right. Teacher like to highlight this one. He's in prison serving a life sentence. But don't worry. This is not their main concern for your CEFR Form 5. So far, they have never really take notes that you must use this one in order to score for your language. Your main concern right now is your usage of your tenses and also applying all this relative clause, applying perfect tense. If you can apply all those tenses, that is good enough for your B2 level. Okay, for this one, it goes to C1 and C2 level for you to apply all this. All right, so no worries. This one actually you can just use full stop. Okay, so this one use the past participle. Okay, now to go to the last part, advice and criticism. The one that just has been asking, criticism. Okay, let's have Ainit. Can you read?
Advice and criticism. We use should and ought to give advice, and shouldn't ought to have plus past participle to express criticism. You should ought to report him to the police. He shouldn't ought not to have robbed that bank.
Okay, so all right, this is the real real way. I'm not saying criticism is wrong. Okay, there are time to criticize people. Okay, if they are doing something wrong, yeah, you have to let the person know that you know what you're doing is wrong. You shouldn't be doing that. So you are actually criticizing. Like you shouldn't. All right, teacher like that. You shouldn't use all your data to play games, but you should go online classes. So this one, it's advice come criticize, okay? Because it is in anger where you think you know that the persons are not doing the right thing. So this is the right way to criticize. He shouldn't, or he ought not to. All right, because it's very clear that these persons are doing the wrong thing. It's not that you're trying to change the direction. How to say, like just now the one that I'm trying to tell you, the students are doing what she is supposed to do, she ought to do, hand in her work properly, and there's this naysayer trying to change the whole thing and criticize her, then that's wrong. But there are time for criticism where you know that it's not right to do that. It's really clear you are doing wrong. Like this one, rob the bank. Obviously, it's not something right? So it's okay. So you should use the word shouldn't or ought not to. This is the right word to use for model. And of course, if you want to advise, you should report to the police. Like let's say now you have lying problem, and then you need to sit for exam. So you advise your friend, you should inform Madam Heidi, something like that. Okay? Or you can advise, maybe you should go to your auntie house where her internet connection is better or something like that. All right? So that is an advice. Okay? When you use advice, we normally use the word should or ought to. This is a bit like you really mean what you want to tell her. Okay? And you think the person should know it. Okay? Now, let's go to the last part. Go to the last part. This is really the last part before we end our class. Okay. Read the sentences. What models do they use? Okay, you tell me what model they use. Okay, A. What models they use? Can you tell me? After going through all right, this part is the second part. It's not the first part. The first part just now, I already asked you the question. This one is more to like necessity, obligation. Then they focus on necessity, obligation. Let me look at it again. I also forgot the whole list. Possibility, deduction, advice, criticism. Okay, prohibition. Prohibition, I forgot to explain to you just now. Prohibition means dilarang. Prohibit. The word is prohibit. Okay, prohibit means dilarang. There are certain place, the signboard, no entries. Prohibit. Prohibition. Okay, it's against the law if you enter or something like that. Okay, so they are called prohibition. Prohibition is a more serious word. This one is called dilarang. Okay, not tidak boleh, no. It's dilarang. It's a higher level of no. Okay, so prohibition. So what do these models express? In which sentence did something happen even though it was not necessary? Okay, now they are focused on this one. Okay, we go to the first part first. What models do they use? Can you identify A and B? What models do they use? Is it he didn't need to time in prison? He didn't have done time in prison. So which one is the model verb? Can you identify it? Type at the chat box. Can or not? Anyone lah, A or B lah. You type whichever you want. I think if you can identify the A modal verbs, modal express, you will be able to identify the B as well. Okay, which one do you think is the modal express? Yes, can type at the what? This is our last one already. If I finish everything, you still do not know which one is modal express. A bit sad. Okay, which one? It's the modal express. Can you type at the chat box? Or should we ask Amza? Amza, A, what is the modal express? Yes, Amza? Just take a guess.
Wait.
Yes? The modal express. Just now the one we have, right? Can, could, will. Just so that you have ought to, would. Okay, those are modal express. How about this one? This sentence. Which one is the modal express? Yes? I don't know. Jonathan written there. Yes? Yes.
Didn't.
Didn't what?
Didn't need.
Didn't. Don't forget the to, yeah? Okay, that's why teacher very, very concerned that you all forgot the to. Okay, it come in one whole package, You cannot use the word did without the to. It will grammatically wrong. Your sentence structure will go wrong. Okay, you must say didn't need to. It come in a whole phrase. Okay, the express is didn't need to or need to. All right, need to is the positive sentence. Negative sentence, didn't need to. Okay, how about the second one? Second one, what the B, Ainin. What is the modal express? Yes. Which one? Yes, Ainin. What is the modal express?
Needn't have.
Yes, pretty already typed there.
And
Yes, needn't have. Yeah, needn't have. Okay, then the second part, in which sentence did something happen? Okay, in which sentence did something happen even though it was not necessary? Okay, it happened even though it was not necessary. All right, is it A? He didn't need to do he didn't need to do time in prison. He didn't need to do time in prison. He needn't have done time in prison. All right, he didn't need to do time in prison. He didn't have done time in prison. Okay, it sounded very, very deep. Okay, I give you the answer because most of you answer A. Actually, the answer is B. All right, the answer is B. Sentence B expresses that something happened. Something happened even though it wasn't necessary. Why you know it happened? Because of the word have. Okay, have, it gave you the idea of perfect. Like I tell you, I have eaten my breakfast. I have eaten my breakfast. It just means that I have it maybe 2 hours ago. I have eaten my breakfast. Okay, already finished, completed, perfected. Okay, that's why this one, when you want to express something that have happened, okay, you normally use the perfect tense. All right, he didn't have done time in prison. This means she completed it already. Maybe go back home already. All right. Okay. Normally have done give you the idea that already completed. Okay. I have done. Okay. Just bear in mind this one, the perfect tense. Have, has, had, if you're using it as the perfect tense, okay, means like, because have got another means ada, saya ada, like I have 3 children. Okay, this one is not perfect tense. This have is not perfect tense. It just means that saya ada 3 anak. I have this one. The other one have, it means sudah, like just now. I have eaten my breakfast. Saya sudah makan. It gives the meaning of sudah. Sudah means perfect. Like now, I have completed my degree. Sudah berapa tahun? 10 years ago. You see? 15 years ago, in fact. So saya sudah, I have completed. Okay, but it's still effective now. Masih perlu, masih penting. So you use the word have. Okay? Alright, it's still relevant. So you use the word have. Tapi sudah, perfected already. Okay, have that idea. Because I did not give you another activity where the past tense like this one. Didn't and have both in the A, B, C, D option. A lot of students chose the didn't one, the past tense, instead of the perfected answer. So that's why some of the action you must see, is this action perfected already or not? Or is it a past action? It's just showing a past action. If I tell you the past action is that I ate my breakfast, that's a past action. I ate my it's same dua pun sudah berlaku, no? I ate my breakfast just now. Also correct. I have eaten my breakfast just now. So if I'm using I have eaten my breakfast just now, I'm trying to tell you that the breakfast is still effective and relevant to me. That's why I'm not hungry. Like that. That means there is an effect why I'm using the past instead of why I use the perfect tense instead of using just the simple past. Why I didn't say I ate my breakfast just now. Why I didn't say I ate my breakfast just now, but I say I have eaten my breakfast. Normally, if I use I have eaten my breakfast, therefore I'm not hungry now. So there is an effect there. If I'm no effect, nothing to do with it, I'll just let you know I have eaten my breakfast. I ate my breakfast just now. So nothing to do with the breakfast. The breakfast have no effect on the things now. Okay? Alright. It's very hard for me to show you everything, but it's okay. You just grasp whatever you can grasp. Okay? So teacher would like to wish you all the best for your next week exam. Okay? Okay. I can talk to you now because you have no more class after this. So if you, again, if any of you, I don't understand, madam. Okay, never mind. Okay, just want to let you know that if you don't understand the head, right? If you really want to see that teacher discussed that text in my teaching under the IU, which is last Wednesday. Okay, last Wednesday I didn't invite any of you to join because you all have class with me already, English class with me already. Okay, I've forgotten whether did I discussed that question with you or not. If not, you can just go back to my one, the one that I teach on Wednesday. You can go back to my channel. Just go to the back part. Don't go to the front one. The front one, I think I'm discussing. Oh no, it's the front part. The back part, I'm discussing part 4. Okay, you can view. You can just go backward a little bit and see. And it's the last question for part 2. Last question for part 2. Okay, last question for part 2 where a lot of students answer the past tense instead of the perfect tense. Okay, and then after that, one teacher commented. That is the one that students don't realize that it is a perfected question. It's a perfected action. Okay, you can have a look and hope that you can see the picture. All right. So actually, don't worry lah. Your match only your SPM. By the time you practice, you'll be able to see the difference when to choose the past tense and when to choose the perfect tense. Because that one is always the greatest confusion between students, which one to choose. Okay? All right. All right. So that's all for today. All the best. If anything, just let me, just PM me lah. All right. Okay. Thank you. All right. So bye. See you all. No, won't be seeing you. See you on Friday then. Next Friday. Bye bye.